Salsa, Namaste. So here in Canada again, in Toronto. So what we have here is a very peculiar kind of sword. It is technically a dandedar, which means serrated Tegha. Okay, and sometimes among the Hangs they may call it spola. Spola, it means like a baby snake, because he moves around like a snake apparently. But also it's been linked with the Hazrat Ali from the Shia Islamic tradition, because Hazrat Ali's famous sword was Zulfikar, and Zulfikar is meant to be split at the end. Hence in India sometimes they would refer this to as Zulfikar, which is incorrect. But anyway, this is a wonderful sword, and when you use this sword, the sword is, if you look at it, nice strong spine. It's heavy. So the idea that you can just swing this like this, firstly, as soon as you swing like this, it opens me up to attack. So if I'm engaging here, and if I was to open it like this, right away, as soon as I do this, I'm going to be, you're going to thrust me in the throat, cut me down, whatever. If I do anything like this, where I kind of open up to get the power and swing through with muscle power using torque, it is suicidal. So this sword, some assume this sword is for ceremonial purposes, decoration. That is not true. It can be used for combat. It was used for combat. So here I'm going to use this sword in conjunction with a sword, which is a shield, and a qatar held like this, and I expand into it. And thus, even with its grips, a lot of people assume that the grips of Indian sword are small because Indians are small. That's not so like. Okay, you can see I'm not small, except the grips are designed so you can expand your hand into it and engage the fascia and so on. It's never meant to be grabbed with a full hand in there and so on. Now I'm going to use this, so my footwork's not so brilliant today to a certain extent because I got a bit of a scarf, what's called calf strain, but I can show you like in the bathroom, even if I'm injured I can still use it. So I'm going to use this sword here, as you come, I'm using this, and across there. So I'm going to utilize gravity. So as it goes up, gravity, and then I don't bring it down with muscle power. I relax and release the energies from my thorax, my abdomen area here, through my solar plexus and so on, and expand my arm. And that gives me great power. It adds weight behind the load. So I'm using these energies, my arm, my thorax, my solar plex area and so on. So as I engage now, I'm here, I'm bringing it past, what does it feel like? Yeah. Okay, so it's quick, just there, so I'm there, then I cut down. As I'm engaging, so my leg here, like I said, I'm keeping it straight because it is not as effective here. Even he tries to block something like this on top of this, it's very easy to jump it across, and then once it lands, I can saw things as well. So here I can pull and push and start cutting that way. So now here it is. It's like this, and it's just doing it supposed to feel like that. Really quick. Here, there. So there's no such things like this. Swinging and so on. That's sheer foolishness. Because you just draw the opponent in, and he'll cut you down. So as I'm engaging, I'm here, with this. Now the question is, could you utilize this by itself, like, without actually having any shield or guitar and so on? You can, but obviously with a small shield and a guitar in hand, it's going to be not as such called powerful as by itself. So by itself, I will now use this as jimta, holding it, move across, and I'll move there. So even if he puts my heel guitar in my hands, what will happen now? This assistance with the hand here, so I'm using this here, I'm throwing it in. I'm projecting my mass through it. It's not muscular. If I try to use this with muscle skills, like I'm trying to use muscles, I'll show you now, watch. I'm going to start using with muscle. Just start lift and swing it. So if I try to lift with muscle, what happens? Explain what's happening.
Yeah, the muscular swings, there's a lead up to it. Before it's actually launched, there's small signals, muscle twitches and whatnot. And the positioning of the body to engage the muscles is much more open than if you were spilling with your mass and
using the energy. So let me show again. So I'm here now. I've got this. So by itself, I like this. This is good agile. But if I use it like this, I can almost like a spear mentality. So I can use this to push, cut down. So as I'm engaging now, move across, not there. That's it. So now curved swords generally, you say, where's the thrust in this? It's not there, is what happened over here. There. So as it's coming in here, I can move across, just tucking the throat, go in here. And I'm constantly misaligning with, so what I'll do now is I won't attack him, I'll just constantly keep misaligning, keep checking his cutting hand, and you see what's happening. So I'm here, every movement he makes, I'm moving ahead.
Yes.
Even though I have a,
I can already see it.
even though I have a conceive what's called a bit of what's called stiff calf here, through a string, I can still maneuver enough that I keep ahead of his strikes and don't let him what's called get a strike in. And this kind of combat ends very quickly. It's all about getting a superior tactical position and Jataka, good kill. So as I come in, move across there, move across. So I go just hand there as well. So it comes in, move across, hand is cut there, this is cut there. There. So it's a very aggressive sword. Looks very aggressive, looks like one of those dinosaurs.
It's nimble.
So and it's far more nimble than people assume. It's not a ceremonial sword. So this is a dandedar. Dandedar means serrated, Tegha, sword, curved sword, and which is also known as, in some circles, Spola, and also linked with the Julfikar, which is actually historically incorrect. So I'll say Namaste, Vaikasa, Waifa.